Hello, guys. Welcome back to Common Man Daily Trading. After a very long time, we really missed doing this, but glad that we are back after some time. So, without any delay, let's straight away jump into the analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty in our usual and typical style. So let's start with the Nifty's chart. Let's go ahead and pull out the Nifty's chart. There it is. And this was the price action of the Nifty on the last working day, but we'll be uh, jumping to the weekly chart so that we understand what weekly chart has to tell. So this is the weekly chart of Nifty, right? So here we are, but so as you can initially see, based on the last four candles, we are continuously seeing no drop from this level, that is almost 25,600 level, close to that level. So from there, we are seeing continuous drop in the Nifty on the weekly chart, and this week is no different. Even on this week, we have seen a red candle here. Initially, we have seen some after the opening, we have seen a rise till this level, but it failed to maintain that level, and then eventually gave us a close below the opening, which is a red candle now. But if you notice this candle alone, we have uh, half of the rejection in this red candle, but by end of this week, it became a red candle, irrespective of what this week has given us. This particular week, this big green candle that we are seeing right there is a very good bullish move on that particular week. We're talking about 5 weeks back, but from there, since we have first, let me draw this. Okay, this was the all-time high almost on a weekly chart. So as we approach that area, we are irrespective of this big green candle, we have seen a failure of a continuous red candles there. This is how the weekly chart is looking on a Nifty. So if you pull back and zoom back a bit, what we can see here is kind of a trend line that we can draw right there. If you adjust it a bit, yes, this is almost a perfect a trend line, because it has a 3 points, which makes this trend line a valid trend line. You have 1, 2, and 3, so this is a valid trend line. So what happened some time back on a weekly chart, we have seen a kind of a breakout here, but it is not very strong. This particular candle, if you notice, this particular red candle, if you notice, that was a breakthrough from this, but after that we have failed to see a follow through candle after that. That is why we have seen some confusion right in this area. Eventually we are almost close to this trend line now. Let me extend that a bit. Yes, it is perfect now. Yeah. So as we are approaching this trend line, we are seeing some negative force towards the downside, but nevertheless, here we don't have anything which is saying that this is turning into bullish. And the more worriest part here is this zone, this area is carrying a little bit of confusion right here, because you can see a lot many candles on a weekly chart getting accumulated. So this zone itself is going to be very very confusing. What that should tell us is that we should not be aggressive this week, particularly when you are in this zone. Try to not hold your positions which are positional. Don't try to get into anything which is carry forward. So until and unless we find a very good pattern, or we find a very good strong breakout from this zone, okay, let market give, let Nifty give some sort of clarity on this. Until then, make sure that you are not very aggressive on your positions. Let's quickly jump to a daily chart now. So here we are on the daily chart of Nifty. So here, even here, what you can clearly see is see, right from there, if you try to draw a very small swing pattern, so you have seen a breakout from here there is a small pullback, and then this particular day, the last working day on the Nifty this week, I mean the past week, has given us a breakout from here. It doesn't mean that it will go directly go down from there. It may give us a little pullback, but what we can understand from this daily chart of Nifty is nothing is very positive here until and unless some pattern arises. See, if you see here, right there, we have a bullish engulfing pattern, but it failed to go towards the upper side. Right here, if you see, this is an inside pattern which is also called as harami pattern, but we have again failed to see a move which is going towards the upper side. So as of now, even after this red candle, okay, there is nothing which is alarmingly saying that on a daily chart of Nifty that Nifty is bullish. And slightly we can say that this is bearish, because we can very clearly see this coming crossing this small swing level. But also notice, it looks if you look at the chart on the left, the same confusion on the weekly chart continues to the daily chart as well. Let me draw that for you. So we are talking about this zone. This whole zone is under confusion. You can see that here lot many candles in this zone are not very clear in terms of direction. So be careful with that. That is what I would like to indicate right here on this Nifty daily chart. The 5 minutes chart is not that important at this stage, when you are comparing, when you are trying to understand the market on a weekly basis. But still, for our just for our knowledge, we have a Nifty's 5 minutes chart of the last working day. Here we have seen a pull back initially, then the market retraced, but from there, once after this low got broke, there is no signs of the Nifty closing above this level. So it has gone towards the sideways and gave us a close almost here at 24,800 levels. That is how the Nifty's chart was, and this is Bank Nifty's chart now. On the Bank Nifty's chart, let's quickly, since we are in the 5 minutes, let's quickly finish the 5 minutes chart of the Bank Nifty, and then head away to the our weekly chart. So here, this was a double low level which was created the previous day, the day before this particular day. So after this breakout, and we can clearly see that this is a valid breakout right there because of the follow through candle right there. So from that moment, there is no looking back for the Bank Nifty. It drove towards the downside and gave us close almost here at 56,517 levels, so 520 levels approximately. Both Nifty and Bank Nifty on the last working day of the past week has shown a very strong momentum towards the downside. Let's see how Bank Nifty's chart is looking on a weekly time frame. So this is a weekly time frame of Bank Nifty. Things are little better here because of this particular candle. The last week's this current candle is as a doji candle, which tells us that the market is indecisive in the last week of the Bank Nifty. Unlike the Nifty, it is not that bearish, but at the same time, it is not bullish as well. It is uh, it has opened and closed almost at the same level. So that's how we are seeing this doji candle right there. So even here, even after a very strong bearish engulfing pattern, this is a very strong bearish engulfing pattern. Even this is also a very strong bearish engulfing pattern. Bank Nifty tried to go up. See, you can see the breakout from this bearish engulfing pattern top highest point, that is this particular candle. Even after that, there is no movement towards the upper side, and it has begun to saturate at this level. Bank Nifty is not that bearish when it is compared to the Nifty, but still, we can say that by looking at these candles, you see a very bearish engulfing pattern, followed by that two candles are green, which are trying to go up, and again after this breakout, again it's coming back towards the downside. So but the last particular candle is a doji candle, which is a little indecisive. So here also, it's better to be very careful on the Bank Nifty's chart right there. So that is what a weekly chart of bank nifty is looking. But at the same time, if you pull back and zoom back and try to observe the larger picture right there, you can see a level right there. We have all these levels got broke from this level, and we have seen close above this level multiple times, but still bank nifty is not confident to go to cross all these levels and go to the all time highs. So remember that even though it is not that bearish, it's not that aggressive as well on the bank nifty weekly chart. Be very careful, guys, on both these nifty and bank nifty, because nifty is trying to pull bank nifty towards the downside. And now, switching to the daily chart of bank nifty, you can very well say that all this is uh, in a sideways zone. So let the bank nifty come out of this. Until then, it's even waste of talking about these candlestick patterns that you are seeing right here. See, right here you have a bearish engulfing pattern. Right there, this can also be considered as a very strong bullish engulfing pattern. But all this goes vain because it is in this zone. So to summarize, nifty and bank nifty on a daily chart are both on a sideways market. Be very careful with that. And um, uh, don't try to hold any positions, don't try to get into swing positions, and don't try to don't get yourself into trouble. Let this market come out of these zones, both nifty and bank nifty, and then take decisions accordingly. So that's it for this week. Most probably catch you in the next post market analysis of the first week. Until then, see you. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next post market analysis.